Hello and welcome to Thaiger Bites. I'm Jay and this is Tim and we're back. And by back I mean we're doing this for the second time.
I forgot to press the record button, but here we are. They don't know that.
They don't know that.
This is the time where we do the feedback on the comments from Thaiger Talk at thetiger.com, our Facebook page, and also the YouTube comments. You get to respond to things you've watched and we get to fire back some of the more interesting comments.
Right, let's start with my first comment. Is from Carbonated Lithium, who says, sorry, I wasn't clear about the pirate comment. Jay has an earring in one ear, like a pirate.
Arr.
I did not know that, but thank you for pointing it out.
Why don't you have one in both ears?
Because I just preferred it in one ear. I just,
Okay, good. Oni Noble says, do US tourists still need pre-booked flight and hotels, COE and COVID insurance? Well, as of today, yes. We would suggest that if you do want to come back to Thailand today or you want to organise it today, you need to contact your local embassy. Now, there is a meeting with a double CSA later today, Thursday Thai time, where they're going to be making some decisions on what's going to be happening on November the 1st and things like curfews and red zones. So we will know a lot more information tomorrow. But as of today, Oni, yes.
All right, got a comment here from Bradley who says, those loud motorbikes are the number one negative things about Thailand now. They need to be banned completely. Awful, awful things.
Number one?
Number one. Bradley, I'm not sure if they would be the most number one negative thing about Thailand. I think currently we don't have everything going for us as a country currently. But
air pollution, I think, would be during 3 or 4 months of the year would be the number one. Traffic.
I mean, it does annoy a lot of people when those young teenagers with those noisy bikes ride it out in the middle of the street at midnight.
As young whippersnappers.
Right, I've got a comment here from Mike D, who says, on your daily news program, your announcer said that 320,000 motorbikes were confiscated, but you said only 320. Which is the correct number, Tim?
Well, it's 320,000. I made a mistake. It was ridiculous enough with 320 motorbikes and motorcycles being confiscated, but 320,000 is the correct number. The question remains that I asked yesterday, where are they? What have they done with those seized motorbikes?
You can't find them. It's gone to a good purpose.
They've been recycled as pad thai. Mr. 4564, you can read the rest of his name on the screen there, I'm not going to bother. He says, moving in the right direction, patience, peeps, patience. I think he's talking about the general tone. Everybody's saying that things are slowly reopening, the restrictions are slowly receding, so we are heading in the right direction. Mr. 4564, we're with you.
Patience is golden. Right, I've got a comment here from RS who says, Tim and Jay will start a new Thaiger boy band. Now, I don't know what makes you think that we would be able to, but...
why would we want to?
I don't know. Will you play the piano? Maybe not boy band. We'll just go with the Thaiger band. Natty, our new presenter, is going to be the lead singer. I'm going to be a tree in the background. Jason's just not very musical. And Chai could be our lead guitarist.
Well, he can make the video clips.
Yeah, that's true.
Lead guitar? Do you play the guitar?
Yeah, I play.
Oh.
That's right.
Are you good?
Yeah, cool.
He thinks he's good.
Right, so
that means he's probably not.
Yeah, new addition to the team, Chai, who's the second editor. Lead guitarist. So,
my boy band days are over, basically.
So RS, there's a thought.
Marshall Leo says, indeed it will be interesting. Tens of thousands of freelancers and ladyboys mobilising into Pattaya, Nana and Phuket with no jab or the Sinovac jab, crowding into bars. Perfect COVID storm. Well, some professors and doctors over the past 24 hours have said, look, all this reopening is fine, but expect a rise in numbers. I think using the word a perfect COVID storm is a little bit on the dramatic side. Hashtag drama queen. But Marshall Leo, thank you very much. We'll see if you're right soon enough.
Right. Clive Baxter says, Thanathorn is the best prime minister this country never had, persecuted for speaking the truth and being too popular.
Yeah, Thanathorn.
You always say Thanathorn, which is fine, but it's Thanathorn.
Okay, I've never met him. I'm hoping to. got an open invitation for him to come into the Thaiger for an interview. We'd love to interview him at any time. I've tried to interview the Prime Minister about 30 times. We've sent in requests.
No luck yet.
No
luck
replies.
yet. Soon.
But Thanathorn, we're indeed seeing what's going to be happening with him. Certainly the current regime or the current government are trying to suppress any opportunity for him to rise up and make his way into a political future. But a lot of people are seeing him as a potential future Prime Minister. Only 42, 43 years old, and he's biding his time at the moment, just laying low and just waiting for the time to pass. That wasn't an endorsement, just a comment. Do you want me to do another one?
Yes, please.
Oh, Queensbury 13 says, please shave. You do not need to play Guess Who. Now, he's alluding to Thailand News Today's presenter Jet.
Gunther.
Yesterday presented with a little bit of 5
Stubble.
o'clock shadow.
Yeah.
Looked a little bit rough. And I think some of those people liked him a bit rough. But a lot of people said, why didn't you shave yesterday? As far as Guess Who's concerned, I don't know what that show is.
Sounds like a game show where people wear disguises and you're supposed to guess who.
Where you've got a beard and say, I wonder who that is under that beard.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Could be.
I'm sure you'll tell us.
Right. I've got a comment here from Gunnar Horpstad who says, why is it that we get Good Morning Thailand so late and why not live? Gunnar, it's because we, even though we do the show quite early in the morning, we pre-record it and it takes time, a couple of hours at least to
cut all Jay's mistakes out.
Yeah, basically, and put the show together and then another 30 to 40 minutes to upload it. But the future is live. We are going to start doing Good Morning Thailand live, mostly because we're going to be doing a lot more OBs, which are outside broadcasts. So we'll have to be visiting hotels and other businesses who are interested in sponsoring the show, and we have to do it from their place. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah, we are wanting to do the show live every day. At the moment, we're still waiting for a few new staff and a few new boxes, black boxes and buttons and things to make it easier for us to do it sustainably and regularly every day. It also puts a lot of stress on the presenters because we can't make mistakes.
Right, okay.
Morris Craythorne says, glad Thailand is open. It means we can see our family who lived there. The last time we saw them was 2019. You need just a few commas and full stops, Morris. We'll lend you some next time we see you. But you're certainly right. A lot of people will be glad to see the gates open, the boom fully arisen with no restrictions. But that hasn't happened yet. We are waiting for today's meeting to see if a lot of the restrictions and conditions have been removed. But we're with you, Morris.
Right. Bumblebee is talking about Squid Game. Now, yesterday, again, yes, we can't get rid of it. I mean, Squid Game's everywhere, and people are commenting about it all the time. So Squid Game, which is a Korean dystopian series on Netflix.
Dystopians, right?
Yeah, and it's got... it's really well received, and now it's like everywhere. It's extremely popular. Netflix biggest launch yet, 111 million viewers. So Bumblebee says, so the Squid Game, that's 111 million violent whack jobs I want nothing to do with. Violence doesn't do squat for positive mindset. Bumblebee, you're right, it does have a lot of violence. Could do with a little less violence. However, it does have other story aspects that make the series interesting as well. It's not just the violence.
If you cut all the violence out of, 9 episodes or something?
9 episodes, yes.
The show would go about 10 minutes.
No, it would go about maybe 3 or 4 episodes.
It's a pretty rough show. I don't endorse it if you don't like violence. I lasted about 10 minutes and went, not for me.
Right.
Mr. Mike says, FYI, just a quick check of flights from the US to Thailand this high season. Prices more than doubled. Prices of hotels in Phuket this high season have substantially gone up also. It appears the travel industry is trying to make back lost profits rapidly. Well, inevitably, there's going to be fewer airlines flying, there's going to be fewer people flying, and the ticket prices are going to be higher. Also, every year in Thailand, pandemic or not, high season prices for hotels and travel are always high anyway. I would say if you want to come to Thailand for this high season, you probably need to jump on the internet now and book your flights because they're just going to get more expensive.
Right. My last comment from Thailand Dreaming, who says, I certainly hope Ajay is taking legal action over that haircut. That could cause decades of emotional trauma.
Jai? Who's Jai?
I guess
I think it's you.
he
Jay.
spelt my way in a more traditional Indian name, Jai. It's more Jay. However, anyway is fine because I don't really have a nickname. Jay is just a name that people call me.
He usually answers to just, hey, you.
Yeah. Hey, you!
Fug Uber says, just alluding to the problem with flights, I just tried to book a flight from Seattle to Bangkok on Eva Air, Taiwan's national airline. No flights. Now I have to try Delta Air and Japan Air Nippon Air. It's going to be interesting to see which airlines end up jumping on the bandwagon to ferry tourists back to Thailand. There's definitely going to be a lot fewer airlines and those prices are going to be higher. Okay, so Captain Saveo, last comment, says, sorry mate, ain't going to happen. I'd be surprised if Thailand opened by January 2023. So what's the definition of opening? Some people say Thailand isn't open until there's no quarantine, no masks, no COE, no nothing. And of course, other people would say that Thailand sort of reopened back in July the 1st when the first sandbox started in Phuket, then Samui, then Phang Nga, etc., etc. So is he right that it will be January 2023 when there are no conditions to come back? I suspect masks might be around for a while.
Could be.
And even if the government says you don't have to wear a mask anymore, I'm betting that probably...
Yeah, most people here would.
Yeah, most people in Thailand still will.
Right.
But we don't know.
Okay, well, those are all the comments for today. Anything else to add?
That's it.
Or did you enjoy your coffee today, by the
I
way?
loved my coffee from coffeeculture.asia.
Right, amazing, organic, Robusta, Arabica coffee from all across Thailand. You can find that at coffeeculture.asia. And if you type in the code THETIGER, you'll also get a 10% discount.
And how is Tiger spelled, Jay?
Thaiger.
Great.
Right, anyways, thank you to the viewers for joining our show today. Please keep your comments and feedback coming in, and we'll see you tomorrow.